Hello there and welcome back to the Legacy of Comics. This week we're taking a look at a comic from a character who's considered the heart and soul of the DC Universe. What, Superman? Hell no, I'm saying the heart and soul of the DC Universe as dictated by DC editors. And by heart and soul, I mean popularity and money. There you go. So yeah, Batman, what can be said about the Dark Knight that hasn't already been said? Dude's been around for almost 80 years at this point, with so many stories and characters spawning from him. Speaking of stories, that brings us to the comic we have today. Batman Cataclysm. Well, more specifically, Detective Comics number 720. Why that specific one? It's the only one I have. So, yeah. Anyway, there's quite a lot of backstory to get through, so let's hop over to Greetings, my children. Today we are taking a look at the Book of Legacy. Chapter 7, verse 5. Gotham City has seen better days. Not only does it house some of the most crazy minds in the DC universe, it has also been recently recovering from a man-made virus called Clench. The Clench situation escalated so quickly that martial law had to be instated and the entire city quarantined. Thankfully though, the Bat family managed to save the city. Unfortunately for them, an earthquake begins, which is where our story picks up. Thank you for stopping by, my children. Be seeing you. What the hell was that? Okay, I guess now that that's over and done with, let's dive into Detective Comics number 720 and see how an earthquake affects the people of Gotham. Starting with the cover. It's okay, I guess. It's got Batman upside down drowning, although I don't understand why there's a third of the cover has a sketch of a crumbling building on it. I understand why it's there. I'm just wondering why no one decided to colour it in before it went on the shelves. Anyway, we start with the destruction that Superman and Zod's fight is having on Gotham. Oh, calm down, Soups. This destruction has nothing to do with you. No, what has happened to Gotham is that an earthquake has started to tear the city apart. So which one of Batman's rogues gallery created this destructive force that swept across the city? Is it Ra's al Ghul? Is it the Joker? Is it Bane? The answer is quite surprising. None of them. Yeah, no supervillain caused this earthquake, it was a completely natural event. We pick up with Helena Bertinelli, aka the Huntress, as she is heading home when the earthquake hits. And it completely derails her train, throwing everyone around. But no one is injured in any way. Okay, that's strange. As the people who are impervious to pain start to freak out that the driver is dead. Wait, why is the driver dead? Shouldn't he be completely fine? Helena tells everyone to calm down, while now sporting her Huntress outfit. Okay, where did she get changed? Wasn't the train derailing kind of injure her? Did she get thrown out and think, oh, I need to get changed before I head back in? And why is none of her outfit damaged after being thrown around a train being derailed? I know I've harped on about this, but this scene does not logic properly, and it's an issue that keeps popping up in this comic. Anyway, Huntress claims just to be a good Samaritan trying to help people, but she's one of them superheroes, and I know why she's here. You've been following me. You know about the Basin Street job. I have no idea. You're not taking me, babe. You are an idiot. Even if Huntress was there for you, if she was a hero of any merit, she would have prioritized the civilians over you. But as she didn't know you were a criminal, you just outed yourself for no reason. This idiot's reign of stupid continues as he shoots a guy just for sticking up for the people on the train who did not want to leave it. He also shoots Huntress in the arm as she runs away. Wow, her and Booster from last week should start a class on how not to protect civilians. We cut over to Detective Montoya, who is on her only day off in months, as debris from a building collapses on the camp she's in. I just made the last payment. Looks like we both share the same luck, huh? Screw you, Montoya. He's just lost his livelihood. After Montoya stops some looters from, looting, we cut back to the idiot and his hostages, as well as Huntress, who's trailing far behind them. This way's flooded too. What's going on here? I told you it was an earthquake. Maybe some kind of nuclear war or something like that, huh? I repeat, you're an idiot. Regardless, after getting some info from a radio, the idiot leads the hostages down a dark tunnel and turns a lighter on, which is fine until you get to the next page where it's revealed that the tunnel is filled with gas. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but wouldn't lighting a lighter in a tunnel full of gas blow the tunnel up? I only say this because the comic draws attention to it by saying if a gun is fired, the tunnel will explode. Wouldn't the lighter being lit do that beforehand? Why this comic and logic don't get along? I don't understand. Anyway, let's continue. After the naked flame just dies, the Huntress tackles the idiot as the first aftershock hits. The idiot gets trapped under some rubble and begs Huntress for help. Huntress points out the obvious. The irony's probably lost on you, but you killed the only person here who could have helped lift that off you. I can't even help. You shot me in the arm. Get the others back. I'm sure they'd be happy to help you, Junior, but I'd rather lead them to safety. You get them back right now, or... click. Dad, shouldn't we help the poor man under the rubble? Well, Jason, he did threaten our lives with a gun, but I guess a good example should be made. Let's go help him. It appears that he has shot the woman that was willing to help us, and is now waving his angry gun at us. Yeah, let him rot. We get over to Alfred in the Batcave alone. It appears that another tremor is coming, however it turns out that it's a construction worker called Harold, who Alfred greets as an old friend. So did Harold know about Bruce Wayne being Batman? I don't think so, because he's quite surprised that the cave exists. But if he does know now, did he know up until the end of the New 52? Food for thought. We cut over to Bruce, swimming to find a way back to Gotham. He regrets not making Wayne Manor or the Batcave earthquake-proof as he had Wayne Enterprise buildings. We then see that Bruce is navigating the underwater pathways. And I've got to say, how did Bruce fit in that gap? It looks way too small for him and the oxygen tank. Suddenly, there's a massive current that tries to take Bruce. He tries to fight it but can't and is flung around by the current, resulting in him smacking his head on a rock, and seemingly having no ill effect on him whatsoever. Is there just an anti-logic field around Gotham right now? That would explain so much of the stupid shit we've seen. And our comic ends with Bruce saying, "Screw my secret, Alfred needs saving." Unfortunately for Bruce, Alfred isn't the only one who needs saving, as he breaks the surface of the water to see his city burning. He reacts to it well. Despite me rambling about the logic issues in this comic, I did actually enjoy it a lot more than I thought I would. It is actually a fun read. It deals with its subject matter of an earthquake and how that can affect people, be they superhero or civilian. The characters for the most part are fun to read about, the story is engaging. The only downside is some of the art doesn't quite hold up. But overall, a pretty decent issue, and probably a good start if you wanted to check out this particular story arc. Join us next time where we take a look at an issue of Spider-Girl.